Hello and welcome back to Skyborn. So we now have an advanced class, which is lovely. I'm not going to go through there yet because I want to have a chance to look around the rest of this little town. And I have no idea what the other thing is. No, I don't think I need any of that stuff. Nothing like the moonshine when the gods aren't regulating its content. Whee! Oh, I can always respect people who like getting high on their own homemade hooch. Ooh, excellent, a forge. So, what shall we make? To make a one-handed gun with Palentia. And don't enough for... Nope, we don't have enough for 300% with ore. One-handed gun. Palentia. High quality? Yes, high quality gun. Palentia Magnum. Let's equip. Holy hell. So it's more than tripled. Yeah, that's pretty good. And that's going to need upgrading with something. .50 intelligence. I still want to save that. Didn't that guy have clusters of something else? Was it ruby clusters? Which boosted damage. That could be shockingly useful. Yes. Ruby cluster for 208. Yep. Having that. And some stuff I might as well get rid of. It's shiny, it can't be counterfeited, and it sells for big bucks. In other words, it's only good to sell, which is fine. So let's ditch that. And Magnum of Strength, ditch that. And Rapier of Strength, ditch that. And Magnum of Agility, ditch that. And that Common Cloak, I'm not using anymore, ditch it. Okay. Let's augment my Palentia Magnum. Which is better than my Circuit Breaker of Intelligence, so I probably ought to swap those around hand-wise. Add the ruby cluster to it. I don't think it really matters which one's in the primary hand and which one's in the secondary, but I'm assuming which one gets affected by sniper shot is affected. I'm assuming that was probably all of my Palentia, was it? Yes, it was. Okay. But can I make... I don't know if I can forge a new Chi Blast weapon for Corwin with the forge. But if I can, that might be handy. Blade? No. Okay, apparently I can't. Well, that's fair enough. Go that way. Okay. So, I think we're about as ready as we could want to be, so let's head on. Through what I assume to be the volcano-y fiery level. Mount Elysian. Oh yeah, we're heading into the volcano-y fiery level. There had to be. Sorry. There had to be one, didn't there? Okay, there's 4 big buttons up there, which I cannot push. Let's just have a look around and try not to fall into the big holes in the ground. Let's test out our new guns. Holy hell! High threat attack, cancels enemy buffs. Nice, gained a bunch of things. Circle healing. Revives an ally, excellent. And grants a clear mind, plus 50 intelligence. That could be very useful. Ooh, haste. start casting some of these and see if we get that one. That's the thing. Having them available. Strike, redirect threat from this ally to an ally or from itself. Yeah. Make arm full shot. That's guaranteed crit. Yeah, she's a wee bit overpowered now, isn't she? I always end up doing this. I put just about everything into one character and they end up being a wee bit OP. Ooh, an emerald cluster. Sapphire cluster there. Fantastic. Hello? I can't tell. Yeah, those are scorpion claws, right. For a second, looking at it, those looked almost like wings. And the point at which you give scorpions wings is the point at which you are just being a dick. Going. So being hastier will be... and he does have 25% of counter. God, I've given him that skill. Jessica's reached level 11, good for her. Okay, that's one of the 4 buttons we need to find and push. And a teleport. Where's that going to send us? Back to the door? Ooh. Up here with some gold. That's a good $1,000. Okay. Snakes. Okay, let's go for the guaranteed crit. Right, us. Back to the enemy. That's what he's there for. Silenced, which is annoying, but calling it next. And cleanse him. That's what calling is there for. Oh, that was great. Can I just point out for a second, being the slightly picky, vaguely scientifically minded person that I am, if you're even slightly that close to lava, first you'd be choking to death on, among other things, all the smoke. Second, there's the whole, convection issue, which would mean that the air around there would be so hot that it would be scorching your skin off. I mean, I appreciate that's not much fun from a gameplay point of view, but just to be picky because it's fun. Wow. It's one of these situations where I don't actually expect the thing to kill me, and then it does, and I'm actually a little surprised. We are on Florette. Burn damage, and it's gone. Fabulous. Okay, I've got to ask, is fantabulous actually a word? I don't think it is, but I said it and it sounded okay. I think it might just be some weird word that I've made up. Or possibly nicked from somewhere. I think quite often I'll quote stuff without even remembering that I'm quoting something, because my brain runs on like 90% quotes. Distract him. Sully. both leveled up. Excellent. Which of these? How are they going down here with everything else? Yeah, this is definitely a situation that calls for napalm. But then don't most of the situations call for napalm in reality. Slows all enemies down. Attack. Pretty bad at it. Skill. Okay, still so we can kill him. Good job, everyone. Stress goes leveled up. Okay, so I'm going to walk back to that. That's activated. Got a shortcut back there, and we can also hop this way. Because the controls really can be a teensy bit finicky sometimes. You can tell that they're sort of, I won't say designed with a D-pad in mind, but you know what I mean? As in something where you can't push multiple buttons at once very easily. Okay. So favourite target. Oh, I love the powerful letters. Kill her. She was quite bad. Oh boy. Alright, that's what it does. That wasn't the guy I meant to target, but okay. I actually meaning to target her. Assuming he's not dead, we'll have Coin casting healing spells next turn, but since she is, let's have him do it now. I do like it when games have the decency to let you use magic spells outside of combat as well, especially when they're useful things like healing spells. Because I have played games where if you actually want to make use of a healing spell, you can only do it in combat, which has always seemed a bit silly to me. Yeah, nope, can't get through to there, so I'm going to go this way. Come this way. No, thank you. I have to take him out, I suspect. Good hits. I think must have been on like half a health. Okay. Healed itself. Survive. Fire from our favourite. Okay. Let's go this way and have a look around. I was actually trying to attack that thing. She's going to have to get some of her MP restored. Come on. Climbs on her, tries to attack. She's dodged the worst of it, but still kill her. Heal everybody. Really good healing bit of help. Yeah, the circle of healing spots is really good. And in fact, since we've got a bunch of those apples, I think I'm going to get her to eat one. Or 2. Really? We only got 4 apples. Could have sworn we had more than that. I'm going to go through all this trouble to get over there. It's going to be bugger all with interest, isn't it? Probably could have been cool and kill that. Debilitate. That actually did a lot of damage. I don't know where I could debilitate that much. Come on, shimmy. Okay, don't. Okay, forget it. I was going to just run past that one, but it's going to walk into my line of attack. Since that's where I have to fight it, it's its own fault when it dies. Jessica's now level 13, excellent. So yeah, not much of interest over there, but worth going just for the exploration node. Okay, so we've only got a big red button left, which there appear to be several of. I don't trust big red buttons when they're on the floor like that. I assume there's something completely else. Your Zealous Strike. You're on there. Sorry, that's down outside. I've got my window open. I say the house opposite the road from us sold recently, and whoever's bought it is doing a ridiculous amount of modifying to it. You've seen them sort of repainting their dining room and various other things. Our guess is that they're probably going to buy it for the sake of flogging it as quickly as possible. I appreciate I'm completely off topic of the game here. I'm gossiping about my neighbours. Which is a very British thing to do, by the way. We don't talk to our neighbours, we just talk about them. That's actually completely true. I can barely name any of my neighbours. And most of them have been living here for quite a few years. Oh, come on, seriously? Looks like it's down to about half a health point. Was that more Valencia? Was that diamond? Oh ho ho ho. What's that do? Just clear the whole thing. Plus 15% crit chance. Not bad. Plus 1 physical resistance and 8 critical hit chance. It's not brilliant, is it? Not compared to, say, my Emerald and Sapphire clusters. We'll see. Yes, those buttons feel like traps to me. There's a ruby cluster. I don't know why I'm complaining him. I mean, did I technically waste my money buying one earlier? Probably. Does it matter in the long run? No. Right, so even money says... Oh, okay. I was going to say even money says that when I push those buttons the bridges disappear or something like that. apparently they're now clear because I've hit the big red button. Which I'm assuming now means yes! Excellent. Okay, red's health index. Like the... Good hit. Okay, he's blinded before we help him. Just go. Strike. Sullivan. Sullivan's doing a good job guarding her. Taking that by her burn. Yeah, she doesn't seem to do much damage against these things, whereas Claret... Why that plus stability then? Yup. I contemplate using different tactics. Straightforward enough. It's a high threat attack. Wasn't high threat enough to actually distract them? Threat though, unfortunately. That's probably because she is ridiculously threatening at the moment. Oh, actually, thinking about it. Augment. Oh no, I'd already... Yes, that's already been augmented, hasn't it? Bronze Claw. Yep. Bother upgrading that for now. She Blast Magic, that has been upgraded. Ghost, that's been upgraded. Stylish Hat, if I was to add... The thing is, it seems like a waste to add 25 intelligence when I can save it for later and add 50 to a weapon. That. I'm just reminded of an excellent quote from a Saturday Morning Crap PC Gamer. It's one of the few that he actually did as a video. Nice hit. And oh yeah, it was Rihanna Rouge, which is terrible, but quite amusing. You know, his commenting is a misunderstanding of science that's quite impressive. Convection is a thing! Because the main character was just kneeling down and pulling something out of some lava, and seemed to be of the opinion that if she didn't touch the lava itself, she'd be completely fine. And of course she was, because, well, it was a really stupid game. I'm gonna go this way and see what's up here. On the plus side, I think we're out the volcano. Well, we're running out of MP, so I'll probably have to spend a bit soon, or use some of my... Well, I can't remember what I've got, but still face it, we're not even breaking a sweat in most of these fights. Hey, an exploration thing. Cheska's now level 14, good. I do love the sound effect of that. Restore 50 MP at battle, yes. And we need to restore some of her health as well. That'll do nicely. And probably ought to... Okay, let's use Corwin's healing abilities on Sullivan, and then use Mana Potion. You can call it what you want, but it's basically a Mana Potion on Corwin. Excellent. Okay, that I'm assuming is where we actually need to go, so it's always worth having a shifty round for the exploration notes, because this game is quite linear, or seems to be so far. For the record, I don't have a problem with linear games. I've said this before. You know, lots of people use linear like it's an insult. I don't think it is. A lot of my favourite games are quite linear. You know, the trick is just interesting while being linear. You know, and so far I'm enjoying this game. I have a feeling I can predict half the story plot threads in advance, but bit of a beat. Corwin, can we get some healing magic on her, please? Well, no. Awfully sorry about all that. Okay, here we go. What's that? Iron ore. Yes, if it's stuck to a wall, you can harvest it. I'll have to remember that in future. Another diamond. People have got a bunch of diamonds recently. I'm doing a lot of running around looking for these things, but they're worth picking up. They seem to give you decent XP. In fact, I think they actually give you more XP than the fight. Okay, that's probably the way out. It's over here. Got exploration thing. Oh, and a ruby cluster. Fantastic. Ruby clusters are good. I've got to say, it's fairly unusual for you to get your advanced classes this early in a game, so unless this game's really, really short, I wouldn't be surprised to find out there's sort of another level of the advanced classes. Okay, telling where the edge of this shifting area desert are allowed to go in is a little tricky, but I can sort of see it. He says as he looms in close to the screen to actually see it. It's so pretty! Looks like a death trap if you ask me. Oh, it's not all bad. It's nice to see clear skies, breathe clean air. Care to lead the way, directional genius? It would be my pleasure. Follow me! No clue where to go, huh? Nope! Those blueprints said to follow the shifting sands. See how some of the sand is solid, the rest flows around? If we walk in the same direction as those sands, we'll find the workshop. Fair enough. Well, that to me seems like a reasonable point to end this video. I'd say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.